Gary Conway and Alan Bardowski Stories presents The Man Thing. Were you there for one? Were you there for two? Did you see the Eclipse wash? First video, document pad. Amazing! Eraser dust. If not, you should probably go back and look. Put a link on the top right here. First video, we space duster. Second video, Eclipse wash with a Hollytech sandwich. It was some leaf casting. Get me 20 likes or I'll be reincarcerated. Stay tuned to find out on the third video and what happens. You can pause and take a look. Video 3, Super Secrets number 3, third video, Fear of the Man Thing number 10. Hurrah! What's up, Dillon at salesboycomics? Yes, I'm here. The Man Thing, bringing his first solo. Remember this book, guys. Alright, we're on it. I'm peeling them off the Bristol paper. I'll leave it down in the description. This Bristol paper is the key. I'm telling you, it helps. Look how beautiful they are. Look how nice. Looks so nice and clean. They're not pure white at all. It came out looking like a book from 1972 with a little bit of tender care and love. Boy, I love that. Peeling off very nicely, very good. When I had them all in the press, before I put them in the press, they had a heavy plastic sheet on them for 30 minutes or so or more. 2 changes of paper towels. Then I put it in the 3 Bristol papers right in the oven for about 4 or 5 minutes. 3 minutes. This one's a little stuck, but don't worry. I got a perfect tool, nylon tool, to get that right off. Anyways, now when they're in the oven, all separately, I put them in a different press to hold on to them. Then I get them back out of that press, put them back in my clam because I want them nice and tight. And then I press them all together. I want them all at the same time, you know what I mean? So they should all have the same type of feel. I don't want a frangible. I want a nice feel of a page. I want the page to be ready. I want it to be spotless. I want it to be clean, but still look like it's sort of, possible in a way. So 14 minutes on one side, and then again 15 minutes on the other side after a day of cold press, and then I left it in there for about 4 days, and this is the outcome. Now I just did a nice shuffle to the truffle. There she is. Look at that. Beautiful.
Not bad. You're nailing it.
Thanks, Randy.
Yeah.
It means a lot.
God damn it, I don't know what it is about your face, but I want to deliver one of these right in your suck hole.
Anybody was wondering, I used the bridging format on this, where it excites the water from the top and works its way down to the third piece of Bristol paper and paper towel. That takes 3 Bristol papers to do it. I call it the bridging method. With all individual wraps are inside your Bristol paper, and then you have 2 Bristol papers and a paper towel on the bottom, and it excites all that water molecule down from the heat, of course, and it works its way down to the bottom, and that's why you have 2 Bristol papers and a paper towel on the bottom, so the molecules will work its way out and dry quicker. So I call it the bridging format, the bridging. So if you ever hear me say the word bridging, I bridge these wraps, that's what that means. You can go ahead and use my idea. Amen to that. So we're here with the G-string tool. I am going to put that in the descriptions. You can of course buy that from my store. It is the nice fine flexible wire, so therefore it won't punch through the paper. And I'm going to show you how to guide it through with no pins, no guiding needles, nothing. I'm going to show you the way I do it because I'm so used to it now. Pack style. Alright, the G tool, I'm going to put it in without trying to use guiding pins. I'm going to stop your gun! And show you how I've been doing it lately. There's like 2 different ways you can do it. You can definitely put it all together and guide pin it through. Just be careful not to pinch into another page and making new holes. You want to use the existing hole. That's why I use the this string because it won't rip through the paper. And yeah, but it's totally up to you. I just kind of like go right through it. See, you can tell I poke, there it goes, you know. You can tell by looking at the top and just estimating how far the next one is down by looking at the top and looking at where your staple has came through. Looking at the top, you can tell with the features in the comic book and all that. You can tell where you need to go. And then it should just guide it through, you know. There. Walla bam bada boom. Look at her. Amazing.
So-called must be on all his eyes on my wrist. I am the captain. Law will be applied to you. We have no doubt, and we're proud of that.
Let's start on the bottom here. Thank you guys for joining me here. We're going to do 2 videos in one. And this is how I do it. This is how I've been doing it lately. I don't guide pin it anymore. I work it through with the tool. You can put it together and shuffle them, put it together and shuffle them. You can definitely do that. Sometimes I've had pretty good luck where I've had them all together and I shuffle them quick, all together, deck it, and you can work it through that way. But there's also this way too. I'm just letting you know with the G-string tool, you have other options. G tool. Yes, sir. It's how we roll at Salesboy Comics. But I'm just trying to be logical with you guys and just let you know there is at least 3 different ways of putting the G tool through the comic book. I just want to be fair and let you know it's not a hoax. This works great, does wonders, and a lot less damage. And of course, that's what we want with our comic books. I really like this art. Look at that, the blue and man thing going through the dark like that. Sick. Old school bodybuilders. That trick or trade for your arsenal already to make your comic books better. You hear it all right here at Salesboy Comics. There you go. The G2, again, it proves itself over and over and over. You can pick it up at the store in the descriptions while you're there. You can pick up a hat. You can pick up some just, you know, surfactants, things like that in my store. Check it out in the description.
You saw a man standing on the side of the road? What was that, sir?
That's not human! That's not human!
Sir, are you okay, sir?
There's something in the back of my truck!
Okay.
That's why I carry. Oh, amazing. Well, there we go. 2 Bristol papers, 15-inch by 10.5-inch. I think they're 11-inch or 15. It doesn't matter. Boards and a bunch of clamps, pressure clamps, all that nonsense. So now we're going to take the Hollytex off of it. 4 days. No heat press, nothing. I'm going to try this method out. So here we go. It's kind of sticking a little bit right where it leaf cast in the middle, kind of. I don't know. Maybe I might have to put it in the press for about 2 minutes. I'm not liking this here. I like this Teflon stick I have, but it's where it's got a nice little hook round edge, so I can go around on the backside and pull, just in case the rip is going towards north. I can go from the south side and give it a pull and it pops up. But it feels like it's, I don't know, it feels like I got a drag. I don't like that feeling. I don't know. See, it just feels like I'm trying to push gum here a little bit. I don't know, man. Yeah, it feels a little moisture there, so I'm going to press it for 5 minutes. That'll be a good idea.
Because you know what? You're dealing with a Canadian woman right now.
Anyways, pressed it for 5 minutes. Look at that. Now it just pops right off. Okay, a lot better. It feels better. It feels a lot better. Okay. This is good. I don't feel like I'm beautiful. Look at that, guys. Come on. But I know I didn't show it, but we're going to cut off the excess paper here. Yep, nice slice. Look at that. I'll put it on the bottom, slice off just a hair bit that I have. But look at that corner where the red is, right after the R and exclamation mark. I've noticed I lost some ink there. I'm wondering if that's just from the Gallium gum. I wish you guys gave me 20 likes and another 20 likes on the other video, part 2. I could show you a trick that probably works better than Gallium gum. It's up to you guys, though. 20 likes on my videos, guys. Come on. You can do it. I love you. Show you appreciation. Let's do this. Look at her. Come on, guys. Help me out. Oh, good. And if you remember, see that rip right there where the percent and the number and all that? It was a bad rip right there, and I used just only a little bit of leaf casting, mostly all fluid, but a few little chunks of leaf casting. Yeah. And I can smooth it out by using the bustine sponge here. There we go.
Did that go the way you thought it was going to go? Nope.
I'm sure someone in the comments will say, oh, I already did that. I invented that back in 1973.
Hater don't play no shit.
Left
You feel me?
Karen Walderhan and another chemist from her people, and Marion Dalvan and a few other doctors and scientists, Mary Carey, Phyllis Dollar, and Karen Welderhan, Marianne Devon, and the list goes on and on. These are people that Dr. Paul has followed from Liberty of Comics. I'll put his book in my description. These are people that work from 3M. They're scientists. They work through the 60s and 70s to come up with these chemical reactions and how they can fix paper, what is the molecule, what chemicals and erasers they can use while it's wet and not wet. So they've studied it through 60s, 70s, and the program's been going on through the 80s and 90s. That's where we get calcium hydroxide and all that from. So, as I'm using my G tool, you saw what I'm doing here. Simple like that. You saw that I have to make a new hole. So, easy peasy. But I just want you guys to know that when someone says, oh, I've been conservating this, or, 10 years ago or 15. Bull crap. Because a lot of this stuff is proven it's working and all that just in the last 5 to 8 years. So, anywho, here we go. This is going to do it, man. Beautiful. Just want to point out, though, I can see why leaf casting is a thing. Because wherever it's been, glued back together with fermenting aid and furnish, it just looks like a heavy-duty crease mark, kind of, a color-breaking crease. It's not ripped open. So that's the difference I've noticed with my eyeballs. So it just looks cleaner or dirtier, and then it just looks like a color-breaking crease. Anyways, we'll get the staple started in. Remember, one is shorter than the other. I usually have one more straight, the other kind of bent. It's the way I do it, because it kind of goes in better that way, without marring the staple. And easy over. Give it a little, see, I'm going to bend it a little bit back the other way now, because the leg is too straight. Yep. I struggle with that. Very important to know the chemicals and what I'm using and stuff, because it all came from here, right down the road, Woodbury, Minnesota at 3M. Don't get too frustrated, take a minute break and think about it, and then whatever. I just took about a 5-second pause here. My hand was getting tired. And just use your finger underneath and kind of just do a vibration. That usually helps too. Kind of like tap it. Tap, tap, tap. And usually it'll fall into the hole.
Put in your hole, Stuart, the hole.
Jesse the Body Ventura style. And you're watching Salesboy Comics here on Salesboy Comics program here on YouTube. Hoorah!
So, I guess I did use some kind of a guide pen, right? Is that what I'm... No. I guess I did, yeah. Use a guide pen, and then I'm going to put my staple back in. And then I'm going to hoop it around and put it right in the hole. Straight in the hole. That's going to go whoop right in, hopefully. Of course it will, because I used a pin to pop right in. Don't get angry.
It wants to walk up with the people and say, hey, Gator
Going
don't play no
real
shit.
smoothly. It's extremely delicate. You doing my due diligence and just thinking logically, you know. I don't want that leaf casting chipping away or falling off, you know, so I'm sensitive. If you can't get it, take a pause, think about it for 15 seconds, and start over. Kind of just vibration, see? And then it pops right in. You don't have to get angry.
You get pissing me off. Damn it.
Alright, I'll set them in by my nylon Crusade sewing needle. Won't hurt it, won't mar it, won't scar it, won't tar it, you know. And bend it with my massive big thick nail, my thumbnail. Why not? But of course, I have the little plastic device in there so it doesn't bend it all the way down in there. Because we're going to be doing a few presses here, so you don't want to clamp that down too tight. It shouldn't even be touching it. You should just have the staples ready, just kind of holding it together, you know, just kind of to hold it together. You know, not like hugging it, just kind of sitting there so they don't fall apart on you. Get my Rick Morgan tool out and get that at immaculatecomics.com.
Yeah.
Kermit here. Alright, do the shackle and trackle and fold and fold. Oh yeah, real quick, just remember I have a store. You can get the G tool, a hat, some surfactants, whatever you need.
Here we go.
Do it, yes.
Shots fired! Hey, Terry, I did my first death bomb.
Yes, please hit like. Don't cheat me out on this. Hit like, please. You guys, this is what supports me to keep going. I use a Silver Age board that's cut down a few inches. I place it in there so I can tack it shut here. That's how I do that with release paper. And it's going to go back in the press, I think, for about 12 minutes on 165. And I don't think I used any moisture when I did that. No. Alright, it's back from the press. I believe I pressed it twice. 10 minutes and another 10 minutes. And yeah, look at her. Look at that. Look at that back. Look at it. Looks beautiful. Some good old tips and tricks, guys. I mean, I did share a lot of my secrets in these last 3 videos I made. Especially the last 2 and this one too even. But 16 likes on both videos. I want this one to be 16 likes. I still need those 20 likes. Next video I make, I will share my secret if we get me up to 20 likes on my last 2 videos. The Secrets Education Wars. Alright, I got it back from CGC, ready to go. No, I'm just kidding. It's a copy I've already owned. I'm just comparing it from a 5.5. See if it's how close it would be for a 5.5 conserved grade. The CGC 5.5 does have some chipping and all that on the top left corner, as my book does on the bottom right now. I wish I didn't, but it did. So definitely a 4.0 conserved. But this book has got one staple. I like it, and I'm going to keep it in that CGC case. But my conserved book here, not the universal one, but my conserved one, I'm going to send it in. We'll see what we'll have. I'm going to put it back on the cold press. I'm just looking, seeing the creases, see where the cracks. But I hope you guys enjoyed this journey with me. God bless, you know. Put the armor of God on. Go forward. Your due diligence. Hard work really will pay off. I mean, this book came out flawless other than the bottom right corner. A little bit of chipping, but, you know, wherever there's a gang that happens, sometimes to be a lost. But I think all together, now this book is together. You can barely tell I did any conservation work. It looks just like an average book. Look at that. Beautiful. What kind of conserved grade? Let me know in the comments what you think. I'll leave some videos at the end. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you very much. God bless. I'll see you on the next one.
Amazing!